Sophie, I recently came across a rather wild theory by some sociologists. They say marriage could slowly fade away in the AI era, replaced by open relationships. Is that even remotely plausible?
Actually, it's not as crazy as it sounds. Sociologists have long pointed out that marriage, historically, wasn't just about love. It was fundamentally an economic arrangement, pooling resources, sharing life costs, raising children together. Love was the poetry layered on top of the contract.
So you're saying marriage has always been more like a joint venture?
Exactly. Love brought people together, but survival and economy kept them there. But now with AI dramatically boosting productivity, we're edging closer to what some call a post-scarcity society. If universal basic income, UBI, becomes widespread, economic survival won't hinge on marriage anymore.
Meaning if everyone's basic needs are covered, marriage loses its old practical foundations.
Right. And once marriage is no longer an economic necessity, it becomes a purely emotional choice. That makes relationships more fluid, more flexible. People might seek companionship purely for love, passion, or even short-term attraction. And naturally, open relationships could become more socially acceptable.
But wait, just because you can doesn't mean you want to. Will people really accept their partners dating others?
That's where another factor kicks in: AI companions. We're already seeing emotional chatbots and highly realistic AI-driven robots designed for companionship. These AI partners offer perfect emotional support, patient, attentive, stable, and always available.
Oh, now that you mention it, I've heard stories about people preferring AI companions over messy, unpredictable human relationships.
Exactly. The more time people spend interacting with perfect AI partners, the less tolerant they become of human flaws, mood swings, misunderstandings, emotional needs. So many might naturally gravitate towards lighter, more flexible human relationships where expectations are lower.
Kind of like absence makes the heart grow fonder with AI partners, satisfying daily emotional needs. People can save their best selves for human connections. No snoring, no bad habits ruining the fantasy.
Precisely. In such open arrangements, people could still have primary partners, but without binding themselves with a rigid, lifelong contract. It's about balancing freedom with intimacy, having your space while still having meaningful emotional bonds.
So AI isn't just replacing human partners, it's actually stabilizing human relationships.
Paradoxically, yes. AI could destabilize traditional marriage while simultaneously offering tools to make healthier, more conscious partnerships possible.
That's surprisingly optimistic, but how common are open relationships nowadays?
Studies show that around 4 to 5% of adults in North America and Europe are currently in some form of open relationship, and about 20% have experimented with non-monogamous arrangements, with AI-driven matching platforms making it easier to find like-minded partners. Those numbers are rising.
So AI's precision matchmaking is helping non-traditional relationships go mainstream.
Absolutely. Plus, when individuals can meet their emotional needs independently, thanks to AI companions, the pressure to maintain lifelong, compromise-heavy relationships decreases even further.
But won't all this hyper-individualism make society more isolated and lonely?
That risk exists, no doubt. But there's another angle. Human lifespans are expected to skyrocket. Imagine living 150 years or more. Staying passionately committed to one person for over a century is statistically improbable.
Yikes, 50 years already sounds tough. 150, that's a different sport entirely.
Exactly. As individuals evolve over those decades, changing interests, values, desires, rigid, lifelong commitments may feel less realistic. We'll likely see more serial monogamy, fluid partnerships, and evolving relational models.
So AI isn't just changing how we work or live, it's revolutionizing how we love.
Yes. Post-scarcity economies, universal income, radical longevity, lower birth rates, all these forces are converging to reshape our social structures, especially intimate relationships.
It's a lot to digest, but will open relationships really become the new default?
That depends on how you define mainstream. If we mean numerical majority, maybe not right away. But if we mean cultural visibility and acceptance, absolutely. We're heading towards a future where multiple relationship models coexist openly and equally.
So basically, we shouldn't panic, we should prepare.
Exactly. Technology doesn't dictate our values. It's up to us to decide what kind of emotional connections we want to nurture in this new era.
Wow, the future of love sounds messy, scary, and kind of exciting.
It is. Welcome to the new frontier. And guess what? Building future societies that protect all these possibilities. That's exactly what our AI Nation project is about.
If you want to dive deeper into how AI could reshape everything from love to law, check out our channel homepage for more. Let's explore this crazy future together.